So Muhammad the Prophet, the prayers and the peace be upon him, he said that the superior recitation is uh, um, associated with the purity and sincerity and innocence of the heart. And in another commentary, the Prophet said that the heart is a indication of the health of the body. So a unqualified or an illegitimate recitation of the Qur'an, though it may be technically accurate, is voided by the corruption in the heart. If there's a corruption in the heart, then the recitation of the Qur'an is voided. This is according to Prophet Muhammad's teaching. There are rules to the recitation of the Qur'an, and those rules are associated directly with Prophet Muhammad's recitation of the Qur'an. So we know the Qur'an and its proper recitation in all of its variables by way of Muhammad himself. That's how we know it. That's how it has been established. And its value, its importance, its centrality, its weight is established by Prophet Muhammad's use of it. He was a steward himself of the precision of the recitation of the Qur'an. In other words, he would listen to the recitation of his companions and he would counsel them, correct them according to what was correct or not. The way that his companions recited the Qur'an and the way that they memorized the Qur'an was by a few verses at a time, similar to the way in which it was revealed to Prophet Muhammad. So the discipline itself and love was cultivated over a period of time, and meanings and understanding, proper application was cultivated over a period of time. Prophet Muhammad would make references in his prayers, in his personal prayers, to verses in the Qur'an, and the connections were understood over periods of time. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad kama sallaita ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim. Oh Allah, bless Muhammad and the followers of Muhammad as you blessed Ibrahim and the followers of Abraham. This was a dua that is included in the salat, in our prayers. What is the Prophet making reference to? The understanding of this is cultivated over time. So his companions, having knowledge of the Prophet's teaching and having knowledge of the revelation of the Qur'an from the Prophet himself, understood that when he's making reference to Abraham and the followers of Abraham, and he's making reference to the successes of Muhammad's following in comparison to Abraham and the followers of Abraham, he's making reference to the continuity of the moral message. The following of Abraham is who? The following of Jesus Christ, peace be on him. The following of Moses, peace be on him. So the continuity of faith itself is being addressed by Prophet Muhammad in the cultivation of understanding in his followers, in their willingness and preparedness and devotion to his discipline. So this is the recitation of the Qur'an. It's according to Prophet Muhammad's teaching. He said that the religion is upon akhlaq. The religion is upon what? Character. It's upon character. In other words, if you're a cruddy person, I was going to say another word. I don't care what you're reciting from the Quran. It's not valid. If you're a cruddy society, I don't care how well established you are in the sciences of Islam. It doesn't reach the mark. And you can be an unestablished people moving toward your establishment, moving toward your completion as a people, and your recitation of the Quran imprecise but built upon goodness and sincerity and innocence, and God will correct it for his purpose. In your speech. And what is the evidence of it? I'm gonna give it to you. Some racist fools that were somehow in the circle of the prophet that hadn't been cleansed of their racism had criticism for Bilal, the African, who had embraced Islam and embraced the leadership of Prophet Muhammad and had been identified as the person to call the people to prayer, in addition to other responsibilities. Still, they had critique of him. And one criticism was that he mispronounced words, and that the way he pronounced certain words or letters in the adhan were incorrect for the nobility of the Arab ear to hear the sounds. And Prophet Muhammad corrected him. He said, whatever you think the sound should be, or you have established as the best pronunciation of that particular sound in Arabic, Allah has made Bilal's making of that sound superior to that. So what does that say? What it says is that preceding all this formality is innocence. If you have innocence and sincerity, God will guide you. He took Muhammad from not knowing anything of the tradition of knowledge that governs the world to becoming the leader of the moral world, and giving him the miracle of language, the Qur'an itself. So this person suggesting that can't happen again, that it can't come again to the ignorant, the oppressed, that the logic and understanding of what a human life is supposed to be can't come to our mind and our experience in a way superior to even the expert reciters? Well, Islamic tradition says other than that it can come again. And it has. So I applaud the brothers and sisters that apply themselves to the precision of the science of tajweed. We should have precise recitation. But if it's not reflected as a commitment in your heart, it means nothing.